All right, everyone, welcome. All right, let's see if I got it. All right, we are back. The Bad Advice Show. Week going into week 5. Week 4 is over. I am your host, your solo caster today, owner of the Aardvark Kings, two-time champ. I am Grant Cron. Welcome everybody. I don't know if as you can kind of see, we're in a little different space a little bit. It's just me today. It's the middle of the day, different time than normal. In the middle of a move right now, so different space. Big things are coming. Kind of new studio. We're gonna switch to kind of maybe a little less remote stuff, a little bit more in studio stuff. So we're in the middle of a move, so that's just me. But I have not updated SidePot yet. I didn't get to that, but I don't think you can do it live on the fly. I mean, there's only 4 people with one tight end touchdown. So as we go through and look at this, we can figure out if someone joined the ranks of having one with the group of people, or if one of those people who has one has moved up to actually secure a first place spot. But yeah, no, it's just me today, so we'll get through this pretty quick. We have the week 4 wrap up, week 5 preview, and that's it. Around the league, a little around the league news. Trade. I mean, I've made a couple trades. Some people have made some trades. I know there's talks out there, so that's starting to heat up. People are starting to realize, the free agent market is starting to dry, and it's all just hopes and prayers. But yeah, I guess let's just get into it. I have the first matchup of week 4 is the Aardvark Kings losing to Make Football Violent again. This was both teams came into this 0-3, so someone had to win, and it was Make Football Violent again. I guess it was kind of close. I mean, going into Monday, I had who was it? Tyreek Hill and Jahmyr Gibbs left to play, and he had Dolphins defense. Somewhat. Maybe it was just the Dolphins defense, and they did exactly what I wanted them to: get 7 points, leave me a window. He left me a little window, and Tyreek Hill is just, it's still 8.2 points. Fine but I don't know. There's trade rumors of Tyreek out there. If he put something on his Twitter about potentially being traded, would that help? I don't know. Probably having a better QB, but Tyler Huntley did all right. There was 2 big throws in that game, like 2 big, like 60-yard bombs. That one of them was overthrown to Tyreek by like 4 yards, and if he would have caught that, it would have been a touchdown. He had no one in front of him. And then another one was underthrown again. If he would have caught that, he would have been gone. He had burned the receivers. Sorry. This chat, I got the chat because it's just solo cast. I put the chat on here, but why is it so fucking weird looking? If I do that, sorry. It's a new studio. We're doing some troubleshooting here. Oh, well, that took that away. Whatever. What do you think? Flowers was weak. What did Flowers do? Yeah, 2 points, 1 catch for 10 yards. And I think that was like right at the beginning of the game too. When I was watching that, a nice little out pad, just kind of tossed it out to the side, little screen, and took off for 10. And it was like right at the beginning where it was like watching that matchup. Here it was just like, fuck. If this was going to be all day, because it was so easy. That 1 catch for 10 yards was just a breeze. And then just yeah, never. I mean, did he even get targeted? Had 2 targets. Just wasn't in the game plan. Yeah, Naylor only getting 2 points. I mean, I guess would have had a little bit more, 2 more points. Would have had like 4.1 points, but the fumble is bad. Chris, I feel like that's better than Christian Kirk's normal too. If we're looking at 19.1 for him, 15. Jacksonville is starting to kind of come alive. I think Brian Thomas Jr. I mean, we'll get to it. He did pretty good. But yeah, so good job to make football violent again, getting their first win. I'm still hunting for mine. We'll see when we get to the preview. But we got Gritty Committee losing to Artificial Turf Toe Tappers, 171 to 110. Great score from Mike. Great score from the AT3. See, okay. Now I'm fucking around with the chat again, and I shouldn't, but. Because you can't fucking read the chat. Whatever. Yeah, no, this is, I mean, Gritty Committee. See, okay, that's 2 weeks in a row now where the number one team in the American division has put up a lackluster performance. I mean, Purple Rain the week before lost. Well, I think it was it was this week. Yeah, lost this week. Yeah, so the 2 top teams. I mean, I think so. I think this one gives Mike the top spot in the American division, that seed 1, which will become more important as we start fighting for playoffs. But just not a great week from Gritty Committee. 3 from Brees Hall, 7 from Garrett Will. I mean, obviously that's kind of what it is. There is the Jets. The Jets looked bad. Their offense just couldn't get anything going. And the fumble from Garrett Wilson is not great. What's the bench say here? Because some weird choices. Cam Akers, Bucky Irvin got in 12. You really had no one though. You had both handcuffs. Who's this guy? Brenton Strange is Evan Ingram's backup. I guess you think, but it doesn't pan out. AT3, CJ Stroud having a great game. Zach Moss having a good game. That $75 Saquon Barkley really showing out right now. I mean, another pretty good performance. Diggs getting 18. Reed getting 27.1. Huge. Goddard picking up where, I mean, A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith are hurt. And DK having a pretty good game. I was watching that game. I guess I didn't see DK had a fumble. But 7 receptions is huge. Yeah, just a great week from AT3. What did his bench look like? Yeah, kind of put the best lineup out there that he really could. I mean, who saw Pittman getting 17? I mean, he's had a lackluster week. Or a year, yeah, 7-5, 7, yeah. I mean, he's getting targets, it looks like. It's just, I don't know if they're not catchable or what the deal is. But yeah, good job, Artificial Turf Toe Tappers. This win puts him at the top of the American division, so hopefully he can hold on to that spot. Next, we got Champ is here, winning 165 to Stadium Hot Dogs 126. Bold move playing Sam Darnold. I guess not really. I mean, he was the NFC Player of the Month. Has like 900 some passing yards on the month. 11 total touchdowns. Darnold's cooking, and Champ is here wanting to go with him. Who was his other quarterback? His other quarterback was Baker. Baker got him 32.8, which, okay, but either way, he's got a good quarterback core. Nico Collins, huge with 33 points. He's got to have some big weeks here now. Yeah, 33 at 27. That's Nico Collins is a good whiteout grab, it looks like. I mean, we knew it, but with the addition of Diggs, it was kind of Tank Dell has to eat, and I guess I don't know what Tank Dell's numbers are, but he might be, the outlier in that one now, because the question was, who was it going to be? You got Diggs, you got Tank, you got Nico, and now it's kind of looking like it's going to be Nico and Diggs is the pair, which I think was kind of known all along, but as it's one of those. It's the NFL. You never know. Amon-Ra St. Brown having 2 touchdowns, a passing and a receiving is huge. Just kind of doing Amon-Ra St. Brown things. Yeah, it's 3 weeks in a row with over 20 points. That's probably got to put him in the top to be the best in the league. Kelly says Cook, not Cook. Yeah, James Cook. Top of my head, I want to say it's not been. He had a 33.5 week. Okay, what's that? That's he had 3 touchdowns that week. 18's pretty good. 13 is good. But yeah, then 5.8 is Brian Robinson. Okay, so he was talking about this last night. The soundboard, we got the soundboard. We're gonna put him for Brian Robinson Jr. 20.3 points is big B Rob Jr. guy. I love this guy. We gotta put a many men a soundboard, a sound on just the many men every time we talk about him. Just great guy. And having a pretty good year, better than last year so far. 20 this week, 10, 14, 17. So yeah, just having a great year. Looking at Stadium Hot Dogs team though, Kyler Murray not having a good game. Marvin Harrison Jr. At least he doubled up on that touchdown there, so that's good, which helps. 2 for the price of 1. Likely has fallen off though. I don't think Mark Andrews has started doing anything either. But it's just tight ends are not what they were for what they've been for the past couple of years. Vikings defense, I think 10 is low for them. Yeah, 33 week 1, 15, 17, 10. 10 is low. That's a good defense, and it wouldn't have helped them. 165 is a huge marker to try and get over. If you want to beat 165, you can't have your tight end doing 3. Your kicker needs to at least be double digits if you want to try and beat a score like 165. But everyone did all right. Kyler Murray's was underwhelming, but the running back duo did pretty good. Marvin Harrison Jr. did good. CeeDee Lamb overprojected for you, and it's just not enough this week. The benches, like I said, Baker Mayfield 32. Tommy. It's a tough one. That's a good looking bench. I still don't know if you make the right moves, if you would have won. You put Worthy in. Yeah, put Worthy in your flex. That gets you closer. Yeah, that is nice try this week. Come on. No game plan losing to Uncle Buck's power drill, 159-90. No game plan, 90 points. That makes you the lowest scoring team of the week. That's twice this year that you fund the side pot. So that's $15 to the side pot. You can go ahead and pay the vice president and treasurer. Venmo, Cash App, cash. I hear he takes smooches, but you got to figure out what the smooches conversion rate is. So ask him on that. Yeah, that's yeah. 0 from. I mean, Rashid Rice getting injured by his own QB is rough, and just I mean, 8 from Derek Carr. Uh, you had 2 players that performed: Chuba Hubbard and Chris Olave. DJ Moore, I guess, did all right. I mean, he got you a touchdown, but not much more than that. Let's take a look at the bench. I should have played Jordan Love. I mean, I would have been scared to play Jordan Love also going against the Minnesota defense. So, I don't know if anybody saw them putting up 29 points even. I mean, because we held the 49ers to like 20 or something like that. We held the Texans to 10 or something just stupid low. So I probably would have started Derek. Well, who did Derek Carr play? Atlanta? I don't know. That's a tough one. How's Jordan Love been doing? Oh, he missed 2 games? 25. So probably the right play. Yeah, I probably would have sat him. Kenneth Walker getting 33 on your bench, too. Oh! I mean, that would have helped. You wouldn't have been the lowest scoring team. That probably would have went to Jacob because he didn't score much more than you. But yeah, it is a hurting bench too. I mean, you got 3 players on the IR. Yeah, you're not working with a whole lot. It's a tough one for you. Uncle Buck's power drill, 159 probably. I want to say his best week ever. 40 points, 40.9 points from Derrick Henry. Yeah, he had an 87-yard touchdown on play 1. The very first play they ran, he busts it and just takes it to the house for 87 yards. Huge. So, you're getting the bonus there, too, for that. Justin Jefferson with 20 points, great. Browns defense getting 24. Only 2 sacks, but the 25-yard defensive touchdown. What is that? Fumble? Yeah, defensive fumble touchdown, fumble recovery. Nice. Putting up 159 points with Gesicki only getting you 1 point. Which, looking at that stat probably has to change next year because he had a reception on -9 yards. He should only have 0.1 points because that should be, minus 0.9 for -9 yards. So next year, that's definitely going to change. But yeah, that sucks. Sorry, bud. You're lowest scoring team. No game plan. $15, little man. Put that shit in his hand. Next matchup. Almost passing 200 points. Almost. It would have been the first one this year. I think it only happened twice last year, if I remember correctly. But Dana's system, huge win. He should have 0.9. No, he should have 0.1. Because 0.9 would mean he got -1 rushing yard. So with -9 or receiving yards, if you -9 receiving yards would be 0.9 points. So then it would have been leaving him with only 0.1. But yeah, anyways, I don't want to take away from the steam that is the Danis system being 3-1, I believe top of the Haitian division, scoring 198 points. Great performance. I mean, 25 from Prescott, 24 from Kamara, 20 from Kyron Williams, 22 from Addison, 21 from Johnson, 48 from the 49ers defense, 6 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, a 45-yard defensive touchdown, an interception. Great week. Great week. If you want to put up 198 points, that's all you got to do, guys. Very simple. Everybody popped. Jackson Smith and Jigba had a great night. Travis Kelce finally having a day. 7 receptions for 89 yards. I mean, that's 15.9 points. Great for them. You know what George, so 16 pointers. Almost a perfect lineup. If you would have put Pickens in over in Smith and Jigba, he would have been over 200. Otherwise, it's a damn near perfect lineup. White Bronco boys, 110 would have been fine. I guess kind of competitive this week. You would have beat some of the teams. Just, not enough. Minus 0.4 from Steele. I think everybody tried to rush and grab him when he was on the market. Now he's not looking too good. I mean, that's negative points. I mean, all grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. You went up against a juggernaut this week. Montgomery getting 15 points. And just, 17 from Ravens is pretty good. It's just kind of, an average week across the board. If Steele would have just done an all right week, not getting negative, you would have been more competitive against the rest of the league. But yeah, like I said, you ran into an immovable object this week, White Bronco boys. Nothing you can do about that. Sorry, bud. Good job to Dana's system. Quick look at the bench. And he sat Purdy, right move. Oof, you didn't play Brian Thomas Jr. Again, none of these moves would have helped you in the slightest bit, but Ayuk not having a great year so far. 4, 8, 9, 6. Yeah, I mean, I wish we could look up what last year's was, so we could see what they were at that time. Let's see, 2023. You averaged 15 points a week last year, and he's not even close to that this year. I keep seeing shit come out of he wasn't wearing the correct uniform at practice, so something about him throwing a temper tantrum, I guess there, and I don't know if does that affect his performance at all. I mean, does it affect his looks? If we go back to game log, the Rams, he got 10 targets. Go further in the game log. Yeah, this is as far in the game log as I can go. It only does for this year. But he got 10 targets in week 3. Only caught 5 of them. Otherwise, it's 5 targets every week. It's tough. I mean, this could be a, you're selling though. If you're getting rid of Ayuk at this point, I think you're selling low. There's no, after week 2, you probably could have sold high for him and got something over. But yeah, I think we might be past the point of no return for Brandon Ayuk unless he turns it around. Next game, Purple Rain. Losing to Legion of Poon. I owe Legion of Poon an apology. Very disrespectful on the last show. The last show, me and Trevor, we took this matchup as a time to dick around with the soundboard. We didn't really talk about the matchup because we thought this was just going to be an absolute blowout. And so we took the time to just dick around with the soundboard, give it a shot, give it a try. So we didn't give the proper respect to Legion of Poon. Still won't. That's not going to change. It's just we should have at least talked about the matchup a little bit more. Cuz I didn't see this coming. Purple Rain, almost a candidate for lowest points, had had no game plan, made a couple that played Jordan Love over who he had played in quarterback, Purple Rain, you would have been the lowest scoring team. But this is no one saw this guy. I mean, this was the top team. Now he moved. I mean, at post draft, before the season had started, Purple Rain, everyone was saying this is the betting favorite to win the championship. This is the betting favorite to win it all. Falls to 2-2, falls to 500 through 4 weeks. It is slipping. It's slipping out of his hands a little bit. Legion of Poon getting their first win against a juggernaut of a team, though. So good for Legion of Poon. 115 is not amazing, but got him the win. Good enough to get him his first win. Mahomes getting 20. Mike Evans doing 23.4. Mike Evans has had a pretty good year so far. I mean, he always has pretty good years, but 23, 7, 3, 23. And he had 23 last night. So Mike Evans is doing pretty good. Brock Bowers coming back to earth a little bit. I don't know if was it just like 1 or 2 games he did good. 2 games, okay, and 7 from a tight end at this point. Great. I guess if tight ends are going to be down, 7 points is about all you can ask for them. And if they want to get more, if they want to get you 18, if they want to get you 11, cool. Yeah, good job, Legion of Poon. I apologize to the matchup that we just used it as the soundboard testing period last week. Will that change? Probably not, but have to say it so it's on the record. And that's the last, Matt, we'll look at the bench here, but I think that's the last matchup for the week 4 wrap-up. If you would have played Burrow over Josh Allen, that honestly would have gave him the win. Or Rashee Rice over Achin would have helped. Pitts getting 0 is a big black eye in this whole thing. I mean, it's tough to blame one person specifically for this performance, but Kyle Pitts only getting 0 points. I mean, it's Kyle Pitts doing Kyle Pitts things. I mean, do you expect anything else from Kyle Pitts? I mean, if you thought anything different, you're stupid. I mean, playing the Porter right there would have got you 9 more points. That would have put you at 108. Yeah, then you put any one of these other players in. That's the win right there. You just won, and John is 0-4, but you didn't. All right, let's move on to our preview. Now here's a matchup of just an absolute shit show. Terrible matchup. Honestly, okay, I'm going to say this. How the fuck is no game plan 2-2? They're the lowest scoring team in the league. And their 2 losses, they've donated to the side pot both times. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. But this is a turnaround week here. I'm going to turn this around. If there was ever a week I could get my first win, I'm the only team without a win now. I just want 1 win. We made some trades. You can see ETN is on our lineup. God damn it, why is he hurt? He'll play. He'll be fine. Bye week kind of hit us a little bit, you know. I mean, Gibbs is on bye. Our kicker was on bye. We ended up just dropping our kicker because it's a fucking kicker. Yeah, I think this will be a pretty good matchup. Because I can't seem to do shit. Travis gets lucky with some wins, and when he loses bad. So if he has a bad week, fucking might do all right. Because when it's bad, it's bad. But he is projected more than me. I need Tyreek Hill to actually fucking start being Tyreek Hill. Otherwise, keeping him completely screwed my entire season. So I kept him for 65, eating so much of my budget. Taking away almost half my budget. It's like 40% of my budget on one player who has underperformed to this point. He had 33 points in week 1 or something like that? 30 points? 31 in week 1, then 6, then 7, then 8. It's just fuck. I don't even know if it's Tua coming back would help. But it's Tyreek Hill. You can't sit him. He's the fastest guy in the league. McLaurin has started to pop, which is nice. It's helped pick up some of the bad Tyreek Hill slack. But this, and that bench of mine. If I would have played Kirk Cousins and Darnell Mooney last night, fucking A. I would have zero worries. I'd be a completely different person sitting and talking to you guys right now. I'd be talking so much shit right now. Because that's it. That's the game. How do you lose when right there you put up 78 points? Just from those two alone? From 2 players, 78 points. I would have 200. We would have been looking at 200 if I would have started those 2 players. You know what? I probably would have made a promise. If those 2 players would have started, I would have made a promise I was dropping 200 this week. But now we're fighting for our lives. I mean, we still could put up 200. I mean, anything can happen, but fuck, that would have been nice. That would have been really... I had Darnell Mooney in my flex at one point, too, because when I was dicking around with my lineup. But my prediction, I can't go against myself. I'm picking me. I feel it. This is my week. If there's ever a matchup for me to win, it's this week. All right, next matchup. Purple Rain versus AT3 Artificial Turf Toe Tappers. Must win for Mike here. This is a must win. Yeah, he needs to be Purple Rain because he needs to put some distance between him and some of these juggernaut teams. Because it's first place is his right now, I believe. So he's got a chance here early to make a statement. Bijan Robinson only putting up 10 last night. Kyle Pitts actually putting up some. Finally, I mean, it is 11. We go in 5, 7, 0, 15. Yeah, so it's nice to see a 15 from him. I don't know though. It sounds like Mason is going to be starting San Fran for a while, and he's been doing pretty good. Debo is back. 10, 19. Okay, so that might do all right for him. A-Chain, though, it's... Miami's not been looking good. And you would think when the pass came with where they're on their 3rd quarterback, you think they'd be running the ball a shitload, but he just... Maybe, was it just last week that it was bad? No, 5, 8. And he had 2 good weeks, so he needs a bounce back week here in 5. And I think that's going to be Jacob's key to success is A-Chain. Is he needs him to have at least hit his projection. He needs to at least hit his projection. Mike, Mike can double up on the Diggs and Stroud tutties. Mark Andrews is his starting tight end. Oof. I mean, who's this? Does he have another tight end? Goddard's on bye, so he doesn't really have much of a choice. 9-0-0. Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. This is a tough week for Mike. I think Mike's key to success this week is Mark Andrews. He needs 10 points from Mark Andrews. If he doesn't get 10 points from Mark Andrews, it's going to be tough. He needs everybody else to really step up then. This is a tough one to pick. I mean, projections don't mean shit in this. I'm going to go with Purple Rain. I think Purple Rain is going to win. Not by much, though. I think this could be pretty close. Next matchup. Dana's System versus Make Football Violent again. Dana's System is hot. They're atop of the Haitian division. They're 3-1. Kamara's clicking on all cylinders. Kyron Williams has done all right. Addison is back now and had 2 touchdowns last week and looked pretty good. Kelsey finally had a decent performance, so Dana's System's, kind of clicking on all cylinders. Well, Make Football Violent again, first win last week. And a pretty good week, 120 points, competitive. Looks like Make Football Violent again has the matchups. But Dana's System has the talent. I mean, I think Swift had like 20 or 30 some last week. I think that was lucky. I mean, what's his 5, 8, 6, 29, yeah. That's and he plays Carolina, so it could happen again. I mean, Carolina is dog shit. What are the benches telling us? Rodgers versus Minnesota. Who's your quarterback? Lamar Jackson. Naylor's back on the bench now. I think he started him like 2 weeks in a row. Devontae Adams on your bench. He's projected 0. I'm going to go Dana's System. They're hot. Ride the hot hand. Kamara's been great this year. Kyron Williams has done pretty good. If Addison keeps doing what Addison's been doing, good for them. Yeah, I'm going to go with Dana's System. Champ is here versus Gritty Committee. Champ is here, already off to a strong start with 62.8 points. Gritty Committee, why are you projected less than a hundo? What is going on? Oh, you got Malik Neighbors in there who's projected 0. Did not practice. Oh, concussion. Oh, he's ruled out. Oh, yeah, so... Oh, oof. All right, so someone's going to have to get dropped. Because you got to put a starting lineup out there. Yeah, someone's going to. So, you got Aaron Jones. Oh, you go. I mean, I guess you could drop Kareem Hunt. I mean, who gives a shit about him? Yeah, no, you gotta. Sorry, bud, but you're gonna have to get someone in there who's gonna play. So. No, he couldn't. He couldn't leave Neighbors in there. He's not going to play. He's ruled out. You have to put a. You have to put a competitive lineup out. Um. But yeah, I mean, I guess with that projected under 100, I'm gonna go with the champ is here. Because I mean, 62 is a strong start. 33 from Drake London is great. 29 from Baker Mayfield uh, is good. I mean, doing Baker Mayfield things. Trey McBride. Yeah, but it's not about that. It's you have to put a competitive lineup out because you need to. You're just throwing the week away then. You're just giving someone a win. Or like that's the optics of it. I mean, because we went over this last year where someone did it and yeah, you got to put a competitive lineup out there. If someone's not playing, you got to get them switched with someone who is going to play. So because I mean it affects seeding, it affects ranking. You can't just give someone a win. But yeah, my vote is going to be for the champ is here. It's a business decision that affects the rest of the league, though. Legion of Poon starting hot with 23.2 points versus Stadium Hot Dogs. Mike Evans, 32 touchdowns. That's great. I mean, that's been Mike Evans' bag this year. Stadium. Yeah, this is another tough matchup. I mean, I don't really like either of these teams. Kyler Murray's down against San Fran, and you got two Arizona players. Oh, and then you're playing Jacoby Myers. I don't think I've seen him on anybody's starting lineup this year. I mean, I have him in one league. It hasn't touched the starting lineup, which, I mean, not because he's bad, just there's just better out there. Then Isaiah Likely is trending down. I mean, if we look at his stats again, 31 in week 1, then 4, 1, 3. Yeah, he had one good week. Everyone was, oh, Isaiah Likely. And then all tight ends just fell off. I have Jonathan Taylor on your bench. Interesting. Well, I guess, I'd make a couple changes there. But I don't know. It's a pick'em game, Not a big fan of Javonte Williams. How's he done this year? I feel like everyone kind of hyped him up slightly last year, and he kind of just didn't do that great. Yeah, and he hasn't been doing great this year either. I'm going to go with Legion of Poon on this one. I just like, Mahomes versus Kyler Murray, you go Mahomes. Running backs versus running backs, I think you go Legion of Poon. Wideouts versus wideouts, I think Stadium Hot Dogs takes it. Because I think CD and Mike Evans are going to cancel each other out. Then Marvin Harrison versus Jerry Jeudy. I mean, it's Jerry Jeudy. No, like, what are you doing? Marvin Harrison will probably beat Jeudy. Tight ends goes to Legion of Poon. Flex goes to Legion of Poon. Kickers will probably go Stadium Hot Dogs. I mean, Will Reichard's been great this year. Defense goes Stadium Hot Dogs. I think Stadium Hot Dogs' key to victory this year would be the Vikings defense. Vikings defense needs to be good, be great, put up the 18 points that they're projected, and that'll help them win. But yeah, I think it's more on the Pat Mahomes versus Kyler Murray is why I'm leaning Legion of Poon. I just like that matchup more, I guess. So Legion of Poon is where my vote is going. All right, last matchup: White Bronco Boys versus Uncle Buck's Power Drill. Jaden Daniels been done a pretty good quarterback matchup. Geno Smith is the passing yards leader so far this year, and Jaden Daniels is doing pretty good actually. I don't like the Charbonnet in the starting lineup now because Walker's back, but you don't really have anybody else. I don't know if I'd want to put... you could put Cam Akers there, I guess. Why not? Yeah, I guess you're kind of hurting there. Godwin got you 11.6 last night, which is, I guess, not bad. Not his projection, but... all right. I mean, a touchdown away from being great. How's Najee been doing this year? Only all right, not that good. But he also has the 1-2 punch because he's got his handcuff. I thought. Oh, must have dropped him because he did have him. Yeah, I don't know. Again, some tough matchups this week to pick between because they're so evenly matched, like on a lot of them. But I'm gonna go with the Uncle Buck's Power Drill. I think Jefferson is huge. Derrick Henry against Cincinnati defense should do very good because Cincinnati defense is one of the worst in the league. And yeah, it's just, Ayuk has not been good. Breece Hall or was that Braylon Allen? Yeah, Braylon Allen. Yeah, dude, that's a tough running back room for the White Bronco Boys. And just a tough wide receiver room. Yeah, it's a hurting team. Yeah, I'm going to go Uncle Buck's Power Drill. That's the last matchup for week 5 then. Take a look at the standings here. So Haitian division, yeah, Danis system, White Bronco Boys, Uncle Buck's Power Drill, all would be in playoffs if the season ended today. Hold on. There, how's that? Now you can see the full standings here. No game plan. At 397, I think they're the only people who have not crossed over 400 points. Yeah, no, and Danis system. The Danis system and the Danis system camp has been pretty good this year. 547 is the most in the Haitian division. They've had the least amount put up against them in the second least amount. But then this is the one that really matters, the American division. 2 3-1 teams and a 2-2 team. Artificial turf toe tappers sitting up there. I don't want to say super securely, but they have a 15-point lead against the Gritty Committee. So, like I said, it's a must-win for Artificial Turf Toe Tappers this week. You beat Purple Rain. Purple Rain falls kind of a little bit in that standings. And, it started... And if the champ is here wins, it starts to get out of hand a little bit for Stadium Hot Dogs and Legion of Poon. That wild card spot becomes a little bit harder to grab. Because right now they're 2 games back. And I mean, Stadium Hot Dogs not as much as Legion of Poon, but they're both, points wise. They need to outright win by record, because they're starting to slip that if they don't start putting up points, it's I mean that point. I guess I was looking at Purple Rain. If Champ is here, sticks in that third seed, that wild card spot, that's over 100 points you have to make up. Almost 200 points for Legion of Poon. So you need to outright beat their record if you're wanting to take that wild card spot. So that puts you 2 games back. That's John, I'll take a dub over points. Yeah, no shit, you take a dub over points. That's how it works. But if you tie the record, points help, because that's the tiebreaker, is the points. But yeah, so that's right now. If the season ended today, it'd be Dana System, White Bronco Boys, Uncle Buck's Power Drill in the Haitian division of the playoffs, and Artificial Turf Toe Tappers, Grady Committee, and Champ is here in the American division playoffs. That's it for this week. I don't have anything else. Like I said, coming up soon. We'll get the studio together. We'll actually have like an in-studio thing where there'll be a couch and all that that's set up in here. So it'll get a little bit more professional and better looking. Trying to think. Yeah, like I said, make sure you guys put competitive lineups out there each week, because it affects everything. So, yeah. I think that's all I got. Have a good rest of the day, everybody. And, good luck.